Hey, I'm back. I want to share some more information with everyone who's considering moving from uh, the challenge of wholesaling single family homes and the challenge and the competition and all the other constraints from single family homes. And again, I started doing wholesaling single family homes in 1998, totally by accident. Once I got into single family home wholesaling, we did make a lot of money, but it was a lot less people. Uh, Now we focus on vacant land and infill lots in particular is what we're going to talk about right now. I want to talk about how to find hot markets, and what what I will do on my next video is do a shared screen. A lot of this, some of this technology is a little bit new to me, and but I'm getting a hold of it. Shared screen is one of those things. I've done it and do it on Zoom. I've never tried it live on my YouTube channel. I'll try it next. But in the meantime, I just wanted to drop some gems. I want to share some uh, potential motivation. And by the way, if you're interested in um, learning how to wholesale vacant land and infill lots in particular, click on the link below in the description. Click on that link and go ahead and pick up our free guide. It's quite thorough on wholesaling um, vacant land and infill lots. It's quite thorough. Go check it out. Check it out for yourself. Um, but we're going to talk about it a little bit today. Finding hot markets is the key to dealing with vacant land and infill lots. Finding the hot markets. There's a lot of new construction going on. I watched a video a couple weeks ago of some guys who specialize in uh, rural recreational selling and buying and selling of rural recreational land, which is a great business also. But most of those deals are going to take longer to close, but they're good deals. They're going to be bigger checks. But if you're wholesaling infill lots and you're closing two, three, four, five of those a month, and you're averaging $5,000 to $10,000 per deal, you can do the math. You can easily put yourself in position, and that's what this is about: helping you get in position to go after the bigger lots, doing some subdivides and things of that nature. But starting on this end is an incredible way to be because you can practically do it for free. Practically do it for free. When you start doing what we call flipping land, you're going to need quite a bit more money. Excuse me. So an average of man, you're gonna need probably on the minimum just in the marketing campaign of about 2,500 a month, consistently for 6 months. So if I can show you how to get there, where you can uh, put yourself in position where you're making 15, 20, 25, 30 grand a month wholesaling vacant land and infill lots. Again, preferably, particularly infill lots, because that's what builders are looking for. We're going to talk briefly about what we do to find those markets. You're looking for markets where you're looking for markets where new construction is, once it is the house, single family home is completed, new construction is, they have their CO, what we call certificate of occupancy, and they're ready to list this land, this house, new constructed house on the MLS for sale. And this is an area where the houses are selling within 90, I mean, literally closing within 90 days of uh, of being listed. Those are the areas that I'm going to show you how to find in my school. Those are the areas that everything will be done first. I actually have a 1 hour video on that, but I'm having it segmented into four, maybe six, uh, 10 to 15 minute versions. So it's not as um, so it doesn't end up being boring. And it is not, because that one I am doing I'm actually doing um, um, and I did it on Zoom, but I actually am doing a split screen or share screen where I'm using the tools, the free tools that you get to learn how to use your Zillow and Land Watch and GIS. So that is gonna be our first video for members. You're gonna have to be a member to have access to these videos. But in the meantime, today I'm going to just share with you verbally how some of this takes place. So now, once we found areas where the builders are buying land quick, they're building houses fast, and I can tell you as an experienced builder, it can take any as long as. And this is why I like infill lots. If infill lots, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they're going to have access to sewer, water, and power. Those are major things to be able to hook up to that new construction house. We call it a tap. We're going to tap that the sewer. We're going to do a sewer tap from that house, because waste must leave the home, whether it's water or whatever the case may be. Garbage disposal, bath water, everything leaves the home going in taps into the sewer. And if a builder does not have to put in a septic tank, which is the substitute for dealing with waste water, then that saves them a lot of money and a lot of time. So that's why I like infill lots first. I like it all, but first, to get your feet wet, let's go after some infill lots. We're going to show you how to find hot markets, maybe in your area, maybe across the country. The beautiful thing about this business, you can do this business from your computer virtually from wherever you live in this country. Actually, you can do it. There's people who flip land here in the United States who don't even live in the United States. So I'm just going to assume that you live in the United States, and at this time you want to change your life for the better. You want to learn how to do something that you can do consistently from home and make real money. 20, 30 grand a month is really not unusual, or more and more at wholesaling infill lots. So once we find these areas that are the houses are selling within 90 days of being listed on the MLS, that's when we focus in on finding more land, more infill lots in those areas. And we're going to use Zillow, we're going to use the GIS, we're going to use, we're not going to really use Land Watch for that, but definitely Zillow, GIS, and Redfin. Those are free tools that we can use not only to find more land, but to identify the land owners. And that's in the next video that only members will have access to. So become a member so you can have access to some information that'll change your life for the better. And once we find these areas, we start making offers. We're looking for areas where, let's just say, all the houses in that area are selling for $400,000, and we already know what a builder will pay for a lot in that area. Let's just say builders will pay up to 80 grand for a lot, a quarter of an acre lot in that area. Maybe obviously they'll pay more for a bigger lot, but let's just stick with the quarter acre to 1 acre. So we know they'll pay anywhere up to 80 grand. We're going to find owners of that land, of lots in those areas who own them for 6 years or more, and live out of state. That's the key. Out of state owners that they've owned them for 6 years or more, because they're probably not as interested in doing anything with them right now, and they most likely bought them a lot cheaper when they bought them 6 years or more ago. So now we're going to be sending them offers. Let's just say we run across 500 of those. We're going to send out 500 offers at 50% of 80 grand, which is $40,000. Now, not saying everybody's going to accept. Some going to say heck no. Some going to say, let's negotiate, and there'll be one or two that'll take it. So for the ones that'll take it, we jump on those first. We get them locked down at 40 grand. We put them in front of our builders at 50, 60, 70 grand. I would say to sell it fast, make this quick turn cash. If you can get it locked down at 40 grand, I'll show you how to put it in front of a builder and go ahead and sell it for 50 grand, make 10 grand real quick and rinse and repeat, maybe 65 grand, depending on the area. It's all negotiable. But what you want to do is be greedy. And that's why I'll show you how to go back to what's for sale, not just what is sold, because we're going to compare that with what is sold. Remember, we looked to see that what is sold is 80 grand. And now we know that builders will pay up to 80 grand. We're going to look at now we're going to look at the for sale side of that and find out what people are asking. People who have already listed land are selling them for, because we want to be a little bit lower than what they are asking and still on the market for and haven't sold. Because if we're below them, we're going to sell our land before them. So those are some of the things that you'll learn as you sit in on our class. Again, remember, there is a link in the description below. If you want to learn more about it, you want to become a member, download our free guide, and that'll help you understand where we're coming from and where we're going with this. We're going to be doing part of what's being done with this class is most likely it's going to be on Wednesdays, somewhere around 6 o'clock for up to 1 hour. We'll be doing Q&As for members only, because the reason I decided to do it this way, before I was doing things every Wednesday, and I'd have people come and they would not really have questions. They just wanted to hear me talk like I am right now. And, I had a okay following, but no one was really taking action. You're going to have to be a member this time so we can take action. Let's cash them. Let me show you how to cash your checks, cash some checks. And so you can get into position that you can eventually be a buying and selling larger acres of land and getting those $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 paydays that it will take up to 90 days to get. But if you're in the meantime, you're making 25, 30 grand a month, flipping wholesaling vacant, infill lots, you're good for 90. You easily hold off for 90 days to get that big paycheck and more. So we got a lot of incredible information to share with you. I'm bringing you almost 30 years of experience. So it's not, this is not something I just started doing or learning a handful of months ago or years ago. We started doing this in 1998, totally by accident, wholesaling. And land is a lot easier than wholesaling houses. And that's one of the main things I want to share with you. It's a lot easier. We don't have to deal with, you're not dealing with what we call ARV, after rehab values. We're not dealing with tenants who live there and don't want to move, and buyers who don't want to close until tenants move out. It's a lot easier. And if you're a wholesaler now, you already know. If you're not wholesaling single family homes, do yourself a favor. Don't even go through the stress to learn how to wholesale land, vacant land, infill lots, and save yourself a headache and move a lot faster. And hopefully, we can all get together, start being members of my class. And I know you'll enjoy the energy and information. We're going to give everybody, all the members will get a free blueprint on their business strategy, what works for them. If you work a 9 to 5 and you need a strategy that helps you from, say, 6 to 9, working at your computer, doing what you got to do, we're going to put that together for you. We're going to do some mindset exercises also. I want you to believe that you can do this, because if you believe you can do this, you will do this. That's so key. You become what you think about. So let's become successful land wholesalers so we can go into the next phase and become very successful land flippers, meaning we buying them, closing on them with not with your money, but an investor's money. The key to wholesaling, the difference between wholesaling land and flipping land is you literally close on it when you flip it, but you close on it with an investor's money. If you can get it under contract, you can get 20 acres under contract for 50% of its value. Let's just say that the value of that 20 acres is 150 grand, but the seller will take 75, and we know it's worth 150. There are investors who will bring the difference, who will bring the 150 to the table, close on it, allow you to list it, take control of it, get it sold, and there's a sometimes it all depends on how you split the money with the investor. Are you doing a percentage, 2, 3, 5%? A lot of it have to do with how long it takes to close. It may start out at 2%, and it may go up at 2% every month till it closes. It's all negotiable. But that's why we want you to learn how to wholesale vacant land and infill lots first. All right, click on the link below. We look forward to hanging out with you, helping you with your land investing journey. I'm Keith Jones, formerly known as the six-figure real estate wholesaler, and still basically. But again, that was when I was. If some of you may be familiar with me, because of this channel, it was about wholesaling single-family homes. But I'm gonna show you the easy stuff. Thanks.